fresh, crisp morning air flooded into our cozy room, accompanied by the calming scent of pine. I stepped past the blazing fire and onto the wooden porch. The grassy mountain seemed to be draped with a thick blanket of delicate aspen trees, their leaves fluttering harmoniously. The scent of sizzling bacon trailed its way to the porch. The year was 2010. Our family treasures our days spent here. This is where memories are made, right here in Aspen, Colorado. Breakfast has been served. We all crowd around the smooth, dark dining table. My mom grabs a pen and a clean sheet of paper. We begin to discuss ideas for our family's search for truth. Statements gathered by our family and written clearly on a card. This will be our promise to each other, the fate of us, how we shall move through the world, with only the weight of these statements perched atop our shoulders. And eventually, I will depart. Separate from the warmth of my family to follow my dreams, to pursue this opportunity of being cast in this powerful play that goes on. The question is, will I contribute a verse? These statements are hope to live on, to be remembered, to be cherished, to be an eternal reminder for our love, for each other, and for the world. The powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? And yet, with all this crammed within my mind, we sit. A brief moment of silence inhabits the room. We stare into the deep abyss in thought. Ideas are thrown out, followed by the sound of scribbling ink against paper. My mind begins to drift into my past, and I'm transferred into another world. And I remember this world. I knew this world. I knew it well. I stand in the middle of the crowded hall, children darting past, shoving homework into their assigned bins, and I recognize these names. The girls, wearing sky blue polo shirts, short navy blue plaid skirts, the hair pulled tightly into ponytails, and the boys, exactly the same, only with khaki shorts and leather belts. And then there was me, wearing just that. I didn't understand this world. I attempted to embellish my hair with feathers and flowers, but I still remained in this rush of children, having no insight into their future, their life. Here I am, in this community, motivating children to never express themselves, to never have the courage to be different. To me, it's simply torture. I begin to notice children storming into a single classroom. I soon realize this is my classroom. The desks in perfect rows facing the teacher, the alphabet lighting the ceiling above the chalkboard, my classmates waiting upon the arrival of our teacher. And eventually she arrives, her dark frizzy hair forming a bowl around her head. She wore her thin glasses delicately placed upon the point of her nose. Just as her red leathery lips began to open, my vision began to fade. Everything melted away, and I shook my head frantically as I revealed my confused eyes. And just as suspected, I arrived on the olive green chairs, circling the wooden dining table. A moment of very silent and uncomfortable staring took place as I slipped out of my subconscious self. I peered towards the paper, and my family broke into the shouting stage once again. I questioned my imagination. Could that have been a completely random daydream, or did that occur on purpose? Could my conscience have been involved? Was this somehow entwined within my truth and this situation? Why? I can't come to a conclusion if this morning is an illusion or reality. I'm flashing between the past and present. My body tensing, my mind racing, my eyes darting, my mouth opening. All that I can manage to blurt out into the space is a single message. Be yourself. A phase of unnatural silence welcomed itself into the chilly room. After a moment's consideration about what words had been drawn from my cracked pink lips, it dawned upon me. I remember it all. The shame of being sent to the principal's office, the guiltiness for not completing your homework, for receiving an unfortunate grade, for the boringness of staring at that clock as every second elapsed. It was probably the most memorable element of that school. The clock. The one with the clean white rim and the black ticks between the numbers. My classmates, slumping over their desks with their heads in their hands, my teacher blabbering relentlessly. And I remember the feeling tempting me to scream down the hall so everyone could hear the echo, ringing in their ears. Why? Why can't you stand up for what you believe? Why can't you set standards? Why can't you lead your own education? Why can't you do anything? Please tell me why. Why? And this is all I recall. From this moment on, my memory is a blank screen, except for departing. I remember waving to my limited friends, who, compared to my friends here, are enemies. This is where I belong. I know I'm at a better place. So it is my great honor to thank you, each one of you. And suddenly, I hear it. The final sound of scribbling ink across the paper. I am complete. Our family is complete. We will now see the world differently because of my contribution. As Ingrid Bergman once stated, be yourself. The world worships the original. I invite you to walk through this world showcasing your true colors. Be confident, be unique, be yourself, express yourself, and inspire. You are extraordinary. Prove it. Thank you.